Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley struggles with emotionally heavy week. Chrisley's oldest daughter Lindsie took to her Instagram to reveal her week has been emotionally heavy, and she's been struggling to navigate it. Her very somber update had her 634K followers rushing to the comments of her post to shower her with love and support. Many of her followers noted sometimes it was just okay to feel sad. Did Chrisley explain what had her feeling so down and considering the week to be emotionally heavy? Keep reading for the details on her sad update. Chrisley's oldest daughter took to Instagram last night to open up about her past week. The former reality TV star explained that her week has been emotionally heavy for a number of different reasons. She proceeded to get relatable with her followers as she discussed still having to push forward as a mother, daughter, friend, and business owner despite having a bad week. Chrisley continued to explain that her pastor made a truly moving speech that she needed to hear at church this week. She penned reciting what her pastor told her. This is a super simple yet a hugely impactful statement. We all should be reminded that Jesus knows everything about us, and he still chooses us in the mess. Go to him honest and humble. Be mindful of your thoughts before they become your words. Watch your words before they become your actions. Watch your actions before they become your habits. Watch your habits before they become your character. Watch your character before it becomes your destiny. Lindsie concluded her post by asking her followers to share what comforts they take when feeling sad. She followed up by sharing some of her favorite things to do when she's feeling down, such as showering, spending time in bed, and ignoring the world. Rumors swirl her relationship is in shambles. Rumors are swirling that her emotionally heavy week could be because of issues in her relationship. In Chrisley fan chatter, one fan claimed Lindsie's boyfriend was busted for cheating on her and Lindsie just found out he was being unfaithful. Now, there was no real proof of this claim from the fan that posted it. It, however, was posted shortly before Lindsie discussed having a difficult week. For Chrisley, the past week wasn't loud, dramatic, or filled with headline-grabbing chaos. Instead, it was quiet, weighted, and emotionally exhausting in a way that doesn't always show up on social media feeds, but lingers long after the camera is off. The eldest Chrisley daughter has never pretended that her life is perfect. In fact, Lindsie has often positioned herself as the more introspective, emotionally honest member of the famously outspoken family. But this week, even she admitted that the emotional toll hit harder than usual. It wasn't just one thing, it was everything, layered together, pressing down all at once. Emotionally heavy was the phrase she used, and those two words carried more truth than 1,000 dramatic confessions ever could. A weight that builds quietly. Unlike explosive family feuds or public scandals, emotional heaviness tends to creep in slowly. For Lindsie, it appeared to be the result of unresolved family tension, personal reflection, and the kind of mental exhaustion that comes from holding yourself together when everyone expects strength. While other members of the Chrisley family have chosen louder paths, public declarations, fiery interviews, or carefully curated optimism, Lindsie's struggle unfolded in a more internal way. She didn't overshare. She didn't lash out. Instead, she acknowledged the weight and sat with it, which in many ways is harder. Some days, she hinted, it felt like carrying old wounds alongside new ones. Other days, it was the exhaustion of being the stable one, the person who is expected to be okay because she always seems to be. Family history that never fully fades. The Chrisley family dynamic has long been complicated, and Lindsie's position within it has always been uniquely painful. As the daughter who often stood slightly apart, she has had to navigate loyalty, distance, disappointment, and healing all at once. An emotionally heavy week doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's shaped by years of strained relationships, missed conversations, and moments that were never fully resolved. Even when there's peace on the surface, history has a way of resurfacing when you're tired, overwhelmed, or emotionally raw. For Lindsie, the weight didn't seem to come from one fresh conflict, but from the realization that some things may never feel fully healed. And accepting that reality can be devastating in its own quiet way. The pressure of appearing okay. One of the most relatable aspects of Lindsie's struggle is the pressure she feels to appear emotionally stable. She's a mother, a professional, a woman who has rebuilt her life multiple times under public scrutiny. People expect resilience from her, and she usually delivers. But resilience comes at a cost. When you're always the composed one, the strong one, the rational one, there's little room to fall apart. And during emotionally heavy weeks, the expectation to keep functioning normally can feel suffocating. Lindsie's acknowledgement of her emotional state wasn't dramatic, it was honest. And in that honesty, many recognized themselves. The exhaustion of pushing through, the quiet tears, the moments where even small tasks feel overwhelming. Motherhood adds another layer. As a mother, Lindsie carries not only her own emotions, but the responsibility of shielding her child from the heaviness she feels. That emotional balancing act, being present and nurturing while internally struggling, is one of the most draining aspects of parenthood. She has often spoken about wanting to model emotional health for her son. But emotional health doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. Sometimes it means acknowledging hard weeks, taking breaks, and allowing yourself to feel instead of suppress. This emotionally heavy week may have forced Lindsie to slow down, to recognize that strength doesn't always look like productivity. Sometimes it looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like silence. Choosing reflection over reaction. What stands out most about Lindsie's response to this difficult week is what she didn't do. She didn't escalate drama. She didn't point fingers. She didn't turn pain into spectacle. Instead, she chose reflection. That choice signals growth, especially for someone raised in an environment where conflict often played out publicly and loudly. Lindsie's quiet processing suggests a woman who has learned that not every emotion needs an audience, and not every hurt needs to be explained. There is power in that restraint, the emotional cost of distance. Distance can be healing, but it also comes with grief. Even when separation from toxic dynamics is necessary, there's still a mourning period for what could have been. Emotionally heavy weeks often bring those feelings to the surface. The sadness of acceptance, the ache of finality. For Lindsie, distance from certain family relationships may protect her peace, but it doesn't erase the emotional impact. Love doesn't disappear just because boundaries exist. And boundaries, while healthy, can still hurt. This week appeared to remind her of that truth. A reminder that healing isn't linear. Perhaps the most important takeaway from Lindsie Chrisley's emotionally heavy week is the reminder that healing isn't linear. You can be doing better.